Flashback.
What's going on, guys? Breelu here. And now before I get on to the topic that I want to talk about in today's video, of course, you know, obviously the DLC comes out tomorrow. Well, actually, by the time I upload this and by the time you guys see this, it'll be today. So that'll be freaking cool. The first Black Ops 3 DLC, Awakening. It's gonna be sick. 4 new maps and a zombies multiplayer map, of course. I think it would have been cool if they had added like a free run map. That would have been neat. But you know, obviously I'm definitely getting that, and especially since this is the first year that it comes out on PlayStation first, and then everyone else about a month later. That I'm just so hyped for and so excited for. It's gonna be freaking sweet and awesome. But yeah, as you guys can tell, unfortunately I don't have it downloaded. My internet kind of shit out today. When of course, right when I decide that I'm like, okay, I should go on. Like, my internet was working fine and stuff before, and then right when I decide, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna just download like the patch because I knew that they had one today. I'm gonna download the maps, and then I'm gonna play a little bit, you know, rank up, whatnot, and then you know, and all that jazz. You know, unfortunately, like as soon as I did that, my internet just like shit out on me, and it wasn't working since like 5. Finally came back on. It was like 10, so it's like 5 hours later. So that kind of sucks, but you know, oh well. That, you know, like I said, it fucking sucks, but oh well. I mean, even if it had worked, I think the DLC goes live at like 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning anyway. So it's just kind of like I wasn't going to, like, I wasn't, even if my internet was working fine and I had downloaded the patch and was able to play online today, I probably wouldn't have been able to get a DLC video out for you guys tomorrow anyway. So oh well. I mean, you guys can wait one more day or whatever, and I'm not like a big YouTuber anyway, so it really doesn't fucking matter at this point. And no one watches my videos anyway, so I honestly just kind of don't give a shit at this point. But yeah, I just wanted to now onto like the main topic of the video. And now I thought this was kind of an old topic, which is why I haven't like made this video. Which is why I haven't made a you know, video on this topic before, even though I kind of wanted to. Because I'm like, okay, well, you know, it happened like 2-3 years ago. But if you guys didn't know, Halo, in the recent X Games, I think in Aspen, Halo was shown there like on TV, and you know, it actually got a booth there, and it was pretty cool and all that. And there's some recent controversy kind of got propped up again, back up again. And this happened like 3 years ago back in Ghost, because back in Call of Duty Ghost, if you guys don't remember, that was the first year that Call of Duty, a video game, was shown at like an X Games event, and that was like a big deal, and everyone was making like videos about it, and you know, people were like, you know, video games should be shown at sports. It's not a sport. You know, pro gamers aren't athletes. You know, blah blah blah, all that jazz, and that kind of you know, controversy has kind of propped up again, just because I can't remember exactly, but I don't know the name of it because I'm not into that whole X Games. I'm not even really into sports. I mean, I am into sports, but I don't really like follow and keep up with all that stuff. Although it is cool, and it is kind of enjoyable to watch every now and again. Some skier chick tweeted, you know, like, I wanted to watch skiing. Why is there video games on a TV or something? And then she said, you know, hashtag couch gaming, and like the entire like video game community just like ripped into her, which was kind of funny in my opinion. Although, you know, totally unnecessary. And then she sort of made up for it, and she said she wasn't trying to like diss gaming or gamers. Just saying that maybe they shouldn't be at X Games. You know, sort of like NBA has, you know, like their own thing. NFL has like the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, or football has FIFA. Basketball has NBA. Football has, you know, NFL, and in some ways she's right. I mean, I guess maybe putting it at X Games would be is kind of weird-ish. But I don't know, like, you know, like I said, I have been wanting to make a video on this, and I'm sort of glad that this thing came up, so it's sort of relevant again to make a video on this. But I don't know. I think it's good. It's just like any type of exposure, in my opinion, is good for video games. And, you know, Call of Duty, even though it's not Call of Duty, it's esports, right? Just the more you can show and kind of televise and just bring more awareness to it, the more it'll just keep growing and growing. And like it was insane. Like COD, like Ghost was shown on MLG was shown on like X Games in Austin, and I think it was shown last year for Advanced Warfare, and I'm not sure if it'll be shown this year for Black Ops 3. I think it probably will, which is kind of weird, which is why I don't know why this kind of popped up again. Because, like I said, this might be Call of Duty's third year at MLG, or at, I keep saying MLG. This might be Call of Duty's third year at the X Games, so I don't know why she's sort of complaining now. Maybe, like I said, I don't follow it too much, so maybe she wasn't allowed at the X Games before or whatever. And I think Optic Gaming has won like 6 gold medals in it. So, I don't know, like, there's a whole bunch of debate and stuff on it, and I don't know, like, my opinion, like, I see both points. I see, like, the point of her opinion, like, you know, it's sort of like it's death-defying stunts that they do, and, you know, like, they're literally flying, and like, you know, they're athletes, they physically trained for this shit, and like they could literally possibly die doing these tricks. Like it is quite insane. But you know, at the same time, yeah, gaming isn't athletic, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a lot of dedication and training going into that. Like these pro gamers, they put in like 8 hours a day playing like Call of Duty. It is actually insane how much dedication and stuff they put into, and you know, you gotta be able to multitask really well. Like you gotta have like really good awareness. You gotta have, you know, twitch reflexes, like really good reflexes, you know, especially in Call of Duty sense, right? And part of this whole outburst or outcry from the gaming community, this happens every now and again, you know, like you see with the whole Jimmy Kimmel versus YouTube gaming, this thing, you know, this skater girl versus, you know, X Games versus, you know, sports versus esports, whatever. It's sort of like, I guess for gamers and gaming, we all have like this raw kind of nerve on us, because like, you know, whenever anyone sort of like mainstream kind of thinks of gaming, it's always like, you know, it's always like these fat, ugly, you know, losers that, you know, play video games for 10 hours a day and live in their mom's basement, right? That's like the perception and the kind of in more mainstream and people who aren't hardcore into gaming and stuff. That's kind of like their thing, and we've always, I guess, as gamers, we've always had that kind of like stigma around us. So, you know, whenever all this shit happens nowadays, we sort of just like, you know, we sort of just have an outcry and just want to like backlash at these people for, you know, dissing us. But I don't know, like I don't really know why people say just because gaming is allowed at the X Games, I don't know why people all of a sudden draw the conclusion to you know, pro gamers aren't athletes. Right? Are pro gamers athletes? You know, question mark. And like, I don't think anyone in their right mind asks that unless they're trolling or whatever. Like, you know, like of course, even I agree. Like, yeah, you know, I wouldn't call us athletes at all. Like, we aren't physically doing workouts every day and stuff. And even though we do every now and again, because especially some of these pro gamers, they like to keep a healthy body as well as a healthy mind. But I don't think anyone has said that, so I don't know why that keeps popping up. That people say, oh, pro gamers should be called athletes. Like I don't think anyone's ever said that, so I don't see why people bring that up as an argument. But I mean, it is called the X Games, not X Sports or whatever. So I mean, and video gaming is a game. And just I don't know, like I don't know, like I should probably look up the definition of sports on the dictionary, but I don't think it says anything about having to be athletic. It's just a competition between two sort of teams, and that's that's what competitive Call of Duty competitive video gaming is. It's I don't know, like maybe at the X Games I agree, maybe at the X Games it shouldn't be maybe on that platform, but I think the more exposure and the more, like I said, the more exposure, the more kind of press and stuff that esports gets, the more it'll just grow and the more it'll be good for everyone, in my opinion. Yeah, like I said, maybe not at the X Games, but I can see maybe why they chose the X Games, because they sort of have the same kind of target market, if maybe like an overlapping target market, even though it's kind of weird to think about, because like, oh, the X Games like extreme sports and flips, and then like video games like the complete opposite of death-defying stunts and stuff. But like the same sort of target market in the sense that it's mostly males between the age of like maybe 16 to 30. That's sort of like they have overlapping video gaming, and it's a good thing. I think it's good. Just to get videos out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and we'll see you guys in the next one.